gonna have a little bit.
Okay.
Shout out to us.
Here we are, friends.
We made it. Okay, so I guess I should go.
It's time to start. The live stream, and we are in here right now. This is my live stream starting song.
Da 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 da. I don't know this.
Nailed it.
Okay. Crushed it. I didn't mean to say that.
Shout out to my dogs in the background that are like, I need to be a part of this live too. Shout out to them because they are in this too. They're not my dogs. They belong to somebody else on the block. Shout out to my block. Shout out to Jabber's face. We are live right now.
Is there a link?
What's it? Oh, today's okay.
Oh yeah, you can. Can you just like email that to me? Or...
It's just right here. And I know that he, not me gasping for air.
Thanks.
I can see him dying, boom, boom. I don't want to hurt him anymore. I don't want to take away his life. I don't know why I'm singing that. Maybe because Rihanna did this song at the end of this movie and now I'm inspired.
Maybe
that's what happened there. Friends, all 0 of you, what up?
I'm cracking up.
I'll be gasping every time. Mind drop.
Oh, I should have texted CNT review. Oh well, I'm not doing it again.
Take a gun.
I'm so sad because my favorite pro star isn't going to be on the tour for Dancing with the Stars. I'm still going. But like, I'm really sad. She's like my favorite. And I really wanted to see her dance.
Sorry, friend.
I know, such a sad day in my life.
It's a sad day in our life. And we're not happy about it.
Oh, he visited Penn Medicine.
Who?
Jalen Hurts. Your boy visited Penn,
Belinda.
Oh, this is the braids for me. He need to get rid of them. Sorry, Belinda.
I thought you liked it. I was like, that is not.
That's the braids.
Look like a little baby.
Yeah, it's just not working. He looks older and more mature when he's without the braids. Sorry, V.
So basically, she said, take them things out.
Essentially.
And rock the curly top. Or whatever you be doing.
Essentially.
You might as well take a gun and put it to his head. Get it over with.
I love them. Oh, I'm so happy she's pregnant.
Who's pregnant?
My favorite star. Dancing with the Stars. That's probably why she's not coming. Because she had to have a baby.
She ain't got time.
She don't got time. She should have taken me into consideration. I don't understand why she didn't.
Put it to his head.
Y'all, we got to 1 1,000 subs.
1,000 subscribers.
It's probably over that now. Go ahead. Okay. Probably a little over now, but I can't tell. It just says 1K. So
I know it's like once you cross, it's like who cares what how many you have
now? I think only if you get to like 1.1. Maybe if
so
you
100 more
that.
people. Let's go. Come on. So we can see 1.1.
Yeah, I know. That's the only time we'll know. And of course, 1.5. But like, yeah, we can't see. We're so excited. You know, we're doing a little photo shoot on Friday.
Oh, killer!
I got a nice little jacket.
Oh, I don't.
Only because I was just like, oh, if you going outside,
did you buy a jacket?
Yeah, I did. That's what I'm packing. It's in my bag.
Oh, that's what you was gonna pick up.
But also, no, I went to go pick up the balloons in the pump. The one balloon,
the K.
Yes, the
K. We could
say,
and then hold up the K.
I went to pick up the K because the one is delayed.
Give us our one.
And then I have the pump.
Everybody else
and of course, I picked up a book for discipleship for my girls because I couldn't. I thought I had the book because I did purchase it and I read it a long time ago when I was a Youth of America, and I kept it. I thought, but then I can't find it now.
Catch it, Lord.
So I had to go purchase another one. So I went to go pick that up with the balloons and the boom pump and my
fancy jacket
and my jacket because we're doing this photo shoot outside, y'all. Outside, meaning it's like 40-degree weather. I'm gonna be cold. I told Chloe, I was like, if you want to throw on like another sweater or something over top of your dress, you can to be warm. Me, I was like, you know what these pictures gonna look like? Me being irritated that we out here in the cold. So I was like, I need a jacket. So that's what I was just like, and I've been wanting to get
a black one.
It's black. No, it's just plain black. It's literally
black.
Yeah, wearing all black with my gray, black and white snakeskin boots. Yes.
Ooh,
so I know our colors were black and white because it was
all of these. Just kidding.
Whatever.
Ain't nobody here.
Anyway.
But they're gonna watch it later, right?
And then after that, they're going to
go.
Yes. Then go to our Instagram and see the pictures. You know what I mean? Once you see this. And but yeah, this is a long. I needed a long black jacket anyway. I've been wanting to get one. Nice. And so they said the review said it was warm. So
I'm trying to get the coat she got. Literally everywhere we go, it never fails. People are like, I love your coat. And I'm like, shut your, if someone else says something about this coat, I'm mad because I want this coat. But the more I talk about it, the more I'm not gonna get it. It's reverse psychology.
You talking about my plaid coat?
Yes.
Chloe, let's unpack this. Chloe has a thing where she just doesn't like to like match people, even though it could be like, oh, inspiration. And also at the same time, we don't have to wear it at the same time, even though because we're together often.
How many times
we will pop
the same earrings?
We will like pop up with the same jacket on, but at the same time, it's like, who cares? Who cares? This jacket is warm and it's cute. Everybody loves it, and literally, Faith was like, I'm gonna ask for that online. See, she didn't.
I was like, I can't. Not all three of us now. I can't.
Well, if you beat her to it, you can tell her you can't do it no more.
Babe, don't get that cold. Can you get another color? Maybe it's like 4 different colors. I just don't love the other 3. It's like,
just love that one.
I look at it like,
just get it. Just you know what? Just soak it up, and then every time you wear it, just text me.
I'm just gonna call you and be like,
don't wear the coat today, and I'm like,
I'm wearing it. I'm already out, and I'm wearing it. I'm be like,
but it's warm. So sis, I'm gonna wear
just like our little earrings.
And I
brought them from her for our first photo shoot. Obviously, this one coming to be in a second. And I was like, there's some people to go from. And I was like, I had to assuage my weirdness. I bought 2 more pairs of earrings, so it wasn't like,
Lord.
And then we'd be like, we're not gonna wear them until whatever, like at least twice. Then we'd come out and be like,
but literally no one notices because her hair is long.
My hair is always like
this. And the hoops are kind of tiny. They're not like tiny.
Like
they're not tiny, but they're like going to get covered by her hair. So no one ever notices that we have this. You guys have the same hair. I mean, they probably would notice.
They probably. They'd be like, are y'all matching? We already have one matching thing.
You should get it. We do.
Since the last time we met, we haven't. showed y'all. We got a whole. Well, we did do it short, but y'all haven't seen them in an actual video. It's like that's it. We can't have matching coats, earrings, and tattoos.
This is so much. It's called the best friend trauma.
I thought you were gonna say best friend tag. I was saying no. We've done that several times. I got one of my hairs with your head. Sorry.
Oh
Gift.
no!
I got these two cute little fluffy jackets though.
See,
they were like 19.
I definitely matched her because she has this green dress that she got from Fashion Nova as well. And guess what's also in my bag?
You
the
bought
purple
one.
one.
And you know what? The gag is I'm wearing the black one in our photo shoot.
Inspiration. That's all I'm saying. Inspiration. Inspiration. Because I saw the dress and I was like, oh, this is super cute. And I saw the purple one. I was like, I really like it. I'm gonna wear it on my speed dating. Y'all gonna speed dating.
Kill them.
So yeah, I don't know. So
we're talking about everything with this movie.
I know that's because we're waiting for people, but you know we're about to start it. We're about to start, and whoever want to join in can join in, and y'all gonna see it later anyway. So y'all, I was about to be like, no. I was about to be like, let us pray. Let us open up in a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father. I'm so used to that. Dear, let us talk about, let us pay homage to Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
And just not pray. Amen.
May he rest.
May he
Amen.
rest, you know?
May he rest in power.
May he rest in power. Oh, that's a cute little
Christian got this for me. Shout out to my brother who bought me the shirt.
Oh, that is so cute.
His face.
And she did her makeup, y'all. Her makeup looks really good.
It's giving Black Panther.
It's
giving this shirt. Not so much Black Panther, but it's giving this shirt.
Look at my face, y'all. Bare.
Just beautiful and fresh and clean. So fresh and so clean.
I did not care.
Look at this skin. Look at it glowing. Look at this. Not a blemish in sight. Look at her.
I appreciate that, sis.
You can be on that foundation, you can't see my blemishes. That's why I put it on, because I'm heavy on the blemishes. Heavy on the blemishes. You know,
I will say
that part of the month where my face is like, we're going to be spotted today. So
she's still beautiful. I will say yes.
I do with all my blemishes.
I do love my skin. Yes, I don't have many blemishes. I don't. I will say that. So, but all skin is beautiful. All skin, blemish or not, it don't matter. Okay, remember that.
Here.
All right. All 0 of you. Let's do this.
Okay. All right.
If y'all don't know, we're going to be talking about, if y'all can't tell, Black Panther 2.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. I was just watching this SNL skit because this one guy on TikTok was like watching it when Chadwick hosted it.
I love that episode.
They were talking about the white guys and it was like, Wakanda.
Yeah, it's like Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. It's like, what are you doing? Please stop. Please stop.
I hate one person. You probably jumped here by accident.
Oh,
sex.
Not by accident. Hey, one person, whoever you are.
I'm dead.
You may say hi to us in the chat if you would like. We'll say hi back. It's just you and us having a conversation at this point, honestly. But it's
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Go watch the SNL.
Yes.
Anyway, so yes, we're going to talk about Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. If y'all don't know, if y'all ain't see it yet, why? What are you doing? Yeah. But then 2, you might want to get out the spoilers, because there will be spoilers for certain. So you might want to get out of there and then come back because it will be posted on our page afterwards. So you might want to, get out, come back. Exactly. So, where should we start?
Start at the top.
Okay.
You're quick. You send me the question.
I did send the questions. So we're going to talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, and maybe something that we would change if there is something that we would change. And then we're going to give a rating. We usually give 1 to 5, but we can do a 1 to 10 to make it like out of 100.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To make it like a percent, to make it an even percentage. So it'd be like 1% to 100%. So we're just going to say like an 8 would be an 80%, a 9 would be a 90% sort of thing. Or you can do an 8.5, which would be 85%. So we're going to do that. So we're going to do a 1 to a...
I'm stressing now. She changed the rules right on live.
It's the same thing, except now it's just an even percentage.
Okay.
5 is like... a 5 out of 5 would have been 100%, but it's hard for people to understand. Like, what's happening? It's just easier. So we could do that. So, all right, let's talk about this movie, shall we? What did you, like about it?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, that's not my answer. That's just your questions.
Oh yeah, I know. I was just making sure that was the first question.
Yes. So I like the fact that it felt like it was written with Chadwick in mind.
Okay.
I was afraid that it would be too much like not enough sequel and story, and so much not like obviously I don't know, I'm super Chadwick wasn't a fan, so not like too much, but like I was afraid that it'd be just about Black Panther T'Challa dying and not like a storyline. I thought it'd just be like funeral and sad and grief, and it'd be like he's also a superhero, and they just revealed to the world they got vibranium. Something happened. Something had to happen. Like I'm just glad it wasn't just like and we're sad the whole movie, because I just would have been like not bawling because I'm a thug. I cry every once in a while, but I would have been like, okay, we're sad, we got it. But I did like that they were like, hey, look,
yeah,
and it wasn't like some other random Black man like T'Challa. Here he is. I'm like, and no, he's not.
You didn't know that they were not going to replace him? I guess.
No, I knew, but I'm just glad.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that was glaring. That was like confirmed like
I know, but I was just glad that it wasn't like, who is this? Like, that's nice. Who's that Danny?
Yes. He is. Why he gonna hop on just say that? Thanks, Papa Smith. We appreciate you. But just watch it later. That's all.
Yeah, watch it later.
Okay.
So that and that I think that's the first. That's the two things.
You still haven't changed your calendar.
Sorry. You judging me? Yeah, it's gonna be a whole year. Like in April, it's gonna be like, "Hey, my birthday's come back around again." I'm going back to Ohio. I just
saw that. Like she
record the food review.
Mind you, I said
on May the 1st.
Yeah. Okay. But yes. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, I agree. I didn't expect it to be a full blown like sad movie, but I did expect to be in my feelings. And I'm very I thought it was a beautiful tribute to T'Challa, the superhero, and Chadwick, the person. I thought they did a really great job at just protecting his legacy, but also moving forward and realizing that you have to move forward because that's, it's a good lesson on grief. With grief, you can't sit on it or in it for too long, I guess. I mean, you can, because, everyone grieves differently, but in the words of Vision on WandaVision, what is grief if not love persevering? I that episode just killed me. I was sitting there bawling my eyes out. I don't know if you saw that episode. Okay, you saw it.
I watched the whole thing, but I do remember seeing it.
Yes, I was talking to Wanda about it. But it's true. Like at some point when it comes to grief, it definitely has to. It's love perseverance. So you kind of have to move forward, use your grief to push it forward. And I do think they did a good job at using the grief of the cast and the characters to push the story forward. We can also talk about, I guess, our I guess we can say that later. Our MVP of the movie, I guess our favorite actor or actress in the movie, whatever. And we can also talk about the villain. Because I was going to say, one of my favorite parts, but we can say that for later. But yes. So I was like, wait, we can actually talk about that. Yes. So I will say that. I really did love, the tribute that they did. I thought it was this beautiful tribute. And I saw it twice because I had missed the first 15 minutes of it. And I thought the funeral was gorgeous. I love the all white. Yes. I love that it's based in African culture. That all white, they actually researched that. And so, yeah, I really, it was a beautiful, beautiful tribute. So definitely teared up a little bit. I didn't cry the way I was going to when I watched it again, but I did it was a little bit of a, okay, there it goes. All right.
I definitely teared up at the end. I don't know.
Yes.
I definitely teared up at the end a little bit.
Okay, Mama Smith. What she say? She said she also did not watch the movie.
I'm cracking up.
But she will view it after.
It's my parents in here we not watching it because we ain't see it yet.
But we love that.
Those things.
It's okay.
I definitely teared at the end when there was all those flashbacks of, I thought I was going to really tear up during the funeral. I literally prepared my spirit. I was like, well, this is just beautiful. I'm glad I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
But at the end, it kind of caught me off guard because I was like, we're done now. But it was like,
No.
we are not done.
No.
We are going to show images or videos, footage of, T'Challa walking through the hallways, dapping up his sister. I was just like,
and it was a good, like, it was perfect there because, you had Shuri who was reminiscing.
Yeah, and I was like,
so
I was
it
not
was
ready. I thought she was going to sit there and stare off into the sunlight and it was going to be over. And then I started seeing that. I was like,
that is the part that got me a little bit too. I'm not going to lie. That part, I was like, oh, no, here it is. You got me. Oh, yeah. So what didn't you like, Chloe?
What didn't I like? Two things stood out to me. They're not like major, but one, I feel like they wrapped up Namor really quickly, but I'm assuming it's because he will be returning or show up some other time. But like the girl, when he got back from being like, we're trucing, which I get that part. That part's fine. The very end, like I feel like they could have just left that, but then they got back to what's the name of where they live under the water. And the girl was like, now why would you go up in there and do this truth with him? And he had to be like trust me, like it's a thing. I was like they're gonna need us, they're gonna come calling on us again. And I was like, and it was just like, and that's done. So wrap that up, little bow, and more is done. I was like, oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or it could have been a little bit more. That's
interesting because I didn't think about that. I'll respond to that after you can give your second one. Yeah.
My second one, though, it was beautiful. It was just like these two things were so brief. It was little baby Prince T'Challa. It was like I loved it and of it all, but it was so like quick, brief at the end. Oh, also there's a baby, so don't be so sad because now, even though you're lonely, Shuri, that is, no mom, no dad, no brother. Oh, no, you have a nephew. Congrats. Boom. And he's like 20. It was like.
And he's like 20.
All right, he was like 9.
First of all, that was like, he's a whole kid.
He wasn't big. He wasn't even like a little, here's a little baby. It was like.
He was literally like 10 years old.
10-year-old.
So no, actually, no, he had like, he's probably around 6 or 7 because he had him during the snap.
Yeah.
Or after, during the 5 years.
During the
blip. Yeah.
Yes, I was like, T'Challa had a whole. T'Challa assured it. And she was like,
no, I should say, actually not during the blip. It was after the blip because he was snapped away. So he came back after.
Meanwhile, I was like,
and he came back after the blip. There was 5 years that, or there was time that happened between, I guess, Endgame and that. So yeah, but okay, continue. Yeah, I was like, not the blip.
It was just like, wow, what? T'Challa went and had a whole family. He didn't tell Shuri, but then he was like, she asked if her mom knew. It was like, yeah, mom knew. But you didn't tell Shuri, and it was just like, what?
They were trying to.
I love that.
She was trying to tell Shuri, the mom, during their scene.
Which one?
Before the first scene when they met Namor, and they were out in there, and she was just like, "I have something to tell you," and then the whole thing came, so she didn't have a chance. I think that was the scene where she was trying to tell her.
Okay. Yeah. I was just like, it was beautiful, and I loved that. I was like, oh, I'm so happy that it's not like boom over for at least his line, meaning his side of the family, Shuri T'Challa. But it was like so brief. And I'm like, we need more movie now. We gotta see this little boy. Like, I know he's hopefully will show up some but then I was like, I have so many questions. What's gonna happen to this boy? Yeah. What's gonna happen? Is he gonna go back? Is he gonna be king? What's happening?
I think he's too young to be king.
I know, but you never know. In the Bible days, we had little 8-year-old kings in these ones.
Josiah 8. He was, but this is not biblical time.
Right. But anyway, I didn't hate it, but I also just was like, I wish it was a little bit. It wasn't so quick and like, here's a child. Also, Namor is all right with all things. After he just tried to kill the whole nation of Wakanda, he's good now.
So I actually don't think Namor is good with all things. Okay. I think what he was telling he's playing the long game. And I think I guess we can go into like the villain now. I think that's one of the things I like about Namor. I like they didn't kill him off because, always be killing off villains. It was reminiscent of kind of what they did with Thanos to me, where Thanos was playing the long game, but also succeeded at his thing, and then he died in the game. But Namor, to me, it gave the vibe of okay, I not surrendered, but a truce, but I only did the truce because like this benefits me and my people. And that's the vibe I was getting from his conversation with that girl, which I guess was his girl. I guess that was just like his wife.
It felt like she was able to walk in.
Yeah,
like
and just like
one of the peasants.
yeah, exactly.
So it was like the king or whatever they call him.
The god, the god of something.
She walked in like, what you mean?
Yeah,
Truce.
exactly. Yeah. So I think the vibe that I was getting, like when he was talking to her, was like, I'm playing the long game. Like I don't necessarily like the truce, but now that they are willing to protect us, because he was like, people are going to keep coming for them. People are going to keep coming for Wakanda and vibranium and all that other stuff, and then they're going to turn to us for help. And so at the end of the day, I'll get what I want, which is to kill because his main goal was he wanted to watch the world burn. That's why he turned to Shuri, because Shuri also wanted to watch the world burn.
She's giving watch the world burn.
Yeah,
it's giving Joker energy.
It definitely was. And so I think that that's the vibe I was getting. Not that he was okay with it, but he was willing to play the long game. So he was like, this is not a short-term thing. And so if it means that I got to pretend working with you, fine. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to watch the world burn. So he definitely going to come back. It definitely felt like he's going to come. I like the fact that they didn't kill him. And in the Marvel world, if nobody dies, you coming back. And honestly, even if you die,
actually,
you
Loki died several times. Loki died several times, but he was like, just kidding.
And you know what? That's why I love my baby. He's the jokester. I can see you, sis, on the camera.
Are you seeing me?
Oh, you can see me? You can see me? She can see me. Can you see me? Yes, great. That's my baby.
Oh, you can see me?
Let's see. What did I like? It's interesting. Like, I like the story. It was very a heavenly character-driven story, which means not much action, which I like character-driven stories. But you could use a little more like
Marvel. So.
Yeah. It felt a little the pacing was okay. It wasn't like the best. It was slow and fast, and it was kind of a little rickety. It was a little over paced. So the pacing was okay. Let's see here. Oh, Riri Williams got on my nerves. Okay. It could just be the way that she played her.
Okay.
Dominique Thor. No offense to her. I think she's dope. None whatsoever. No offense. But she was just like slightly annoying. Like, how you gonna say no to Princess Shuri and like, okay, with the sword? Like, she was like, they was like, you're gonna have to come to Wakanda with us. No, I got a class, ma'am.
Right, this is the princess, but the thing is, like, people know about her. Like, I forgot that people know about Wakanda. So, like, Shuri wasn't just some random teenager. She is the princess of Wakanda. Like, she's a teenager. Still a teenager? Yeah,
she's like 20, I think. Maybe.
I'm like, she met some random girl that showed up at your dorm. You recognized her as the queen of the princess of Wakanda, and then was like, I'm not going with you.
She was just slightly annoying. I don't know. She was slightly annoying, but I think just how she was played was slightly annoying. But I'm excited to see her series, Ironheart. So that should be fun. Hopefully she plays her a little more less annoying. But I don't know. We're gonna see.
She gotta be consistently annoying. She gotta keep working her character.
You don't have to do that. It's not fully necessary. But if you want to, I guess. But yeah, that was slightly annoying. I'm trying to think. What else didn't I like? It's really the pacing for me. But all right, we can go back to the villain. Namor loved him. So I guess we're gonna talk about the acting now, right?
Okay.
I thought standouts to me, and then we can list our MVP. So we can list our standouts and MVP.
All right, let me think about that.
Standouts to me was what's his name? We gonna say this. We gonna actually do this right.
Yeah, because everybody thirst trapping after him. It's hilarious the amount of people who try and go away from him in the bottom of the sea. Like, yo, he not really down there.
Tanac Huerta. Is that how you pronounce that?
Kill him.
Tanac Huerta.
You sound like you.
He
With
played.
no pointy ears.
Yeah, he played Namor. Well, I don't think his like actual ears.
Yeah,
no.
His character's little pointy ears.
Yeah.
And them earrings. I literally went on Etsy and tried to find earrings like that.
I'll crack it up.
I was like, they're so cute. I need solid color, like big studs. Do I need earrings like that? I think I do.
I love a good giant
literally
stud.
went on right away.
I love a good giant
I
stud.
don't have any. So I need to invest.
Yeah, I do love a good giant stud. He fantastic as Namor. I thought Namor was so like he was scary. He was intimidating, but kind, little bit to his people.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind to Shuri, but he was also very like, don't mess with me, because honestly, they was killing everybody in their path. I know there was this whole like thing of like, is he an antagonist or a villain? It's hard to say, right? Because people had the same philosophy about Killmonger. People were like, oh, is Killmonger an antagonist or a villain? I feel like I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I think he maybe be an antagonist, but also at the same time, like Namor and his people was murking everyone, honestly, and had no qualms about that. They literally, because what's her name? Lupita Nyong'o's character, forget her name. Mine's been blank.
Nakia.
Thank you. Because she came in there and killed only two of his people.
I thought it was a one John. The one that was laying down. She's like,
nah, they killed the first one. Remember, she came in there and they were having two princesses guard Shuri. The one was like, kill the princess, and so she moved. Shuri shot her, and then the other one grabbed the princess with the knife and then shot her, but shot her right here, and then she died later.
Yeah.
So Nakia killed only two of his people, and he came in there and drowned the whole city.
Yo, right.
He was not like
the warriors, not the
drowned kids, the babies, all of it. No qualms. Lord. No qualms.
No qualms.
He was just
and I was like, for why? You did abduct.
No.
Their princess.
And the thing is, Shuri did try to warn him. Shuri was like, my people are not going to stop until I'm back home. Period. And so, and I mean, also Shuri tried to save the one because she was just like, if she dies, this means war. You don't understand what you just did. Yeah. Shuri, I think
he was like, I don't care. Let's go. Your mom
which I get it, because she was like, we got to get out of here. You can't stay here. I understand you want to save her, but no.
Right.
And so, but it was just funny. It's like two for a whole city.
Yeah.
Like it didn't matter.
Civilians for me.
It didn't matter. He was just like, and then went in, they killed the queen, and
killed the queen, but oh dang, I killed the queen. He was like, yeah, so
he literally was just like, you're queen now, bury the dead, mourn your losses, I'll be back in a week.
Like, dude, you killed the queen.
And he reminded me of Thanos so much in his demeanor, because Thanos he wasn't like, this is one of my issues with Killmonger, I will say, was because it felt like, and maybe it's just because of the way they played him, right? I felt like Michael B. Jordan, how he played Killmonger, he just felt overdone. I wasn't scared by him. I was just like, okay, we get it. You're bad. But with Thanos and Namor, the way they play is just, they're soft-spoken. They say what they say, they mean what they say, and you better take it seriously. And they're very like stoic, and they're very like, because Thanos definitely did, like, he wasn't in there like yelling like Killmonger, like, y'all doing all this and all this stuff. Thanos was definitely a person that was like, he walked in, pointed, he didn't say much. He was just there, and it was just like, dang. Even with the snap, he snapped, and it was just like, like, even when he, like, it was just, it's just how like Josh Brolin and Tanakh Coletta played the two characters are very similar, very just like intimidating. Like they don't have to say much. It's just very soft spoken, but like I said what I said, mourn your losses, I'll be back in a week. You're queen now. And which she didn't.
I think the interesting thing is about like Thanos. I'm curious because like Thanos, people have said like Thanos like had a point about the amount of resources versus the amount of people, but like killing half the people, like was that the solution?
No.
And people always say about Killmonger, like he absolutely like had a part he was right and obviously changed the mind of our protagonist. So like literally his objective was carried out,
but not in the way that he
wanted, but he still won. And then so I'm curious about like him, who I've forgotten what's his character's name? I forgot already. Thank you. Namor. What was his motivations justified?
Yes.
I don't remember what they were.
Absolutely. So the thing, how I viewed it is the funny thing is the Wakandans and the people underwater, I don't know what the name of the city is. Sorry. They actually had the same enemy, which was white people in America trying to steal their resources.
Okay.
Trying to steal basically it's kind of the same thing as like Killmonger's thing was like you have this whole power and like the world
people out in Oakland
struggling and you need to expose your resources, right? And it's funny because yes, Killmonger still won, but also it actually did bad for Wakanda because the moment they let themselves be known is the moment the white people was like,
we could use this.
In the same,
why do y'all get to have this?
Well, because because when it comes to power in the wrong hands, like you know what I mean, and that showed at the beginning of the movie. The queen was just like, we've seen what y'all done with this access. You know what I mean? And she was like, she had to tell them like, they're about to, the white soldiers were trying to rob the vibranium, and the Wakandas had to come in there and show them who boss. And it was just like, this is the last time that we're saving you. Yeah. Because, when power is in the wrong hands, and that was the issue. And I think that was their main fear about letting it out in the open, like T'Challa and all of them, is just that if this is used in the wrong hands, and then it can be really bad. And we see that. We see when that sort of power is placed in the wrong hands, how it can go awry. We see that in our real world. And we definitely saw that in Wakanda. And so I think the same thing with, the underwater people. I'm sorry. What is their name?
What is your name? Underwater people. I'm literally going to write underwater people in Wakanda, forever.
The underwater king, city underwater, Black Panther 2. Talokans. Thank you. Talokans.
Talokan.
Okay, the Talokans.
I'm trying to remember that.
That was their thing too. It's just like they had the same enemy. It is such an interesting.
It's pretty white people.
Yeah, they had the same enemy of. I don't want to say white people, but Americans and like the free world.
Everybody else basically.
Mainly white.
Anybody who didn't have it.
Gosh. And so I think they had the same enemy, which was that. And that's why they wanted to work together to protect themselves from them. But it's such an interesting thing because that's how the world works. If we, not that we have to like come together, like people of color, minorities have to like come to stick together against majority, but it almost seems like the majority wants the minorities to fight each other. So that there can be this, this sort of
dispersion. They still maintain
and they can still maintain the power and maybe get what they want. And that's essentially what was happening in there. Like, the white people got what they wanted, them fighting just because they had two different viewpoints of how to accomplish the goal of protecting their assets. And so, I don't know. I think
It's like their methods, though.
Yeah, their
Both of them
methods
come
are a
under
little
two. It'd be
different.
like both
Yeah, both of their
brush
methods
over
are
and
just very
okay.
extreme, and I think that was
We
where,
found another solution.
yeah, exactly. That was where Shuri came in, was just like, it's just not right. We don't want to like kill off everybody, like, you know what I mean, in the whole world, just because
you don't want them to touch your resources.
Yeah, or kill off this kid.
Yeah, this one girl, like, she didn't say, I'm gonna make this joint so that way they come and steal your resources. No, she made something.
It's just
and you could just go talk to her and say, okay,
it was just dramatic. It was just
you could go talk to her, like, she didn't do it on purpose. Yeah. You don't even know y'all. No one knew you existed until this movie.
Yeah, like, we didn't necessarily need that. It was just so dramatic. But yeah, I think that, that was they had the same goal as the Wakandans, was just to protect themselves. It was just how they went about it, same as Killmonger. It's just how they went about it. It's just like, that's not the way that you need to be like out here in these streets.
You're like, can we first, let's take a step back, let's pause and think about another solution. Like, I get what you're saying. It's good. It's right. But can we just not burn the whole world? It's gotta be, like, it has to be another way.
Yeah.
It gotta be.
Yeah, for sure.
I know you're angry.
I know you're angry.
And like with Shuri, like, I know her angry. You know what else is, this is a sidebar, sort of, not really. Something else I liked about it was, like, for Shuri, she went through, I think, sometimes I watch a lot of commentators on YouTube, and when you watch some of these classic, like, iconic movies, and like people die in their lives and they got to get over them real quick, and it was kind of like in this, it was like Shuri was, other than Nakia and probably
the Queen
Okoye. I mean, obviously here's mom, but Okoye, she was loyal to the throne, because like Queen said, you definitely turned your back on us when you thought old boy killed T'Challa. So, but other than Nakia, like, Shuri had the, like, closest relationship to her brother, and like, to see her, if she would have stopped the movie, like, bounce back, like, yeah, he's dead, it's fine. Because what was the time period that they said was past?
A year.
It was just a year? Okay, because that's not nearly. I mean, everybody grieves in their own time, but I mean, a year, like, if my brother died and I was super, super, super close to him, like, a year, I would not be like, it's fine, we're back to work, guys, let's get to work on this. But like, no, it was like, realistically, her, like, this.
Well, she did go back to work.
I know, but like, she didn't fully go back there, because she didn't even start working on, or even she didn't want there to be another Black Panther, which.
Well, she didn't want to work on the she just didn't care about tradition at that point, because she didn't want to create another was it the purple herb? Mm-hmm. She just didn't want that. She was like, but she did go back to work, like, you know what I mean? Because she was in her what was it? In her little lab, and she,
but she was also, like, avoiding all type of like what's the word? She was avoiding, well, I don't remember the word I'm trying to say, because the words are hard and life is life. But anyway, I feel like she wasn't trying to, like, really dig deep and, like, accept what has happened. And I feel like all the time she tried to avoid talking to her mother about anything. And even, like, when her mom was like, this is what I do. Like, this is the thing I do to, try to heal from losing, I mean, like, her husband and her son, and she didn't want no parts of it. And it was just like,
yeah, I think she just didn't like tradition anymore. I think, like, what she was, like, avoiding was, because she kept saying, like, screw tradition. She kept saying that throughout the whole movie. She was just like, Black Panther was a tradition, that she was just like, what good is that? It didn't save my brother. Like, the purple herb, I guess, was a tradition, like, and yeah, she didn't necessarily really like tradition, but
I felt her pain, though. I feel like I felt her pain the whole movie, and I felt it, like, as Letitia, right? Like, I felt her pain over losing Chadwick Boseman, as well as Shuri's pain over losing T'Challa. Like, I felt both of those heavily. Like, I was like, that was her brother, and her brother died, and she is not happy, and she is like, everybody needs to just, and that's why, extra spoilers, that's why, she saw her little angry cousin in the joint when she took the whatever the synthesized heart-shaped urn, she was so angry. And it's like, all of that screw tradition, all of that, it was kind of like, I think it's a part of her not really accepting honestly, because she's like, that tradition could save my brother, but it's like, you and all your technology and your lab also couldn't save your brother. And granted, they've mentioned, which was kind of like in real life, that, he suffered in silence and it finally came for help. His character did, but I think T'Challa did too, because nobody really knew. I mean, Chadwick, sorry, because no one really knew. So it's kind of like, yeah, all of you're a genius. I feel like she's also understandably upset with herself that she couldn't find a solution to save her brother. And like, she's a genius. She has all the technology at her advantage, and it was like, Yeah. So I felt that like hard. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Letitia Wright was also a standout in the movie as well.
I did not know she was gonna be like, I'll be watching stuff, so I knew like she was important, but I didn't know she was gonna be like super mean character.
Maybe it's just me, because people be saying stuff and I just be like, did you not see a trailer?
Barely, no.
Did you not see the trailer where she like it was the second trailer released?
I didn't see a second trailer. So the whole her dropping, now you're talking about he dropped out of the thing? No, I didn't see that. I didn't watch any of that. I was not like, I was not tracking. Also, I was trying to go in blind.
Well, the thing is I wasn't tracking. I just if I'm on social media and they posted the trailer, Marvel, and I follow Marvel Studios. I don't follow Marvel. So do you follow Black Panther? Because they posted it too.
No.
Okay. So they posted it, and when she dropped down there, they never revealed, I guess, like who was in the suit. But it was obvious because the Black Panther mask had the dots. That was Shuri's dots that she had on her face. And also in the comic books, Shuri takes up the mantle. And so it was just, it makes the most sense for her to like, I guess, to take up the mantle and stuff like that. Yeah. So she did a great job. I was nervous that, I was like, I haven't seen Letitia Wright act in really anything other than Black Panther. And, she was fun as Shuri in the first one. And I was wondering how she would fare in this one, tackling grief and also a main character role and taking on that Black Panther. And I think she did a great job.
She did an excellent job.
I think she did a great job. We'll give our MVPs. I guess we can give them now.
I feel like
we might as well. Who's your MVP of the movie?
No, you go first.
No, go ahead. You go. You swayed. You already know this is.
I didn't actually think about this. So wait, everybody, give me 5 seconds. Talk amongst yourselves.
We can talk about while she is contemplating. Another standout in the movie was Angela Bassett as the Queen. She did good. She did good. That scene between Angela Bassett and
Denai Guerrera.
Girl,
she was like, "Don't talk to me about."
I was like,
definitely, she's right.
I was like, that was a little harsh. I still stand by it. I mean, I get why she felt that way, because she didn't want Shuri to go. Okay, Okoye talked her into, like, for Shuri going into the world. I understand she lost her husband and her son. Now she's thinking her daughter's dead. She's a queen of this nation, and she's just like, I've lost my whole family. Like, I didn't want her to go, and you convinced me.
You lost them to that literal,
literal
person.
Yeah, so I can get her. I got her sentiment, but at the same time, I was just like, nah, it's a little harsh, ma'am.
She was definitely holding on to her, being like, well, Killmonger is on the throne. Oh well, like,
yeah, she was waiting
on to that for sure.
She was waiting for her. She was waiting for her to mess up.
She's like, in addition, you weren't loyal to us. You gotta go.
And she was loyal to the throne.
Because Nakia was loyal,
which
to
is
him
interesting. It's such an interesting dynamic, right? Because you want someone who is loyal to the throne. Mm-hmm. So what was she supposed to do in that moment when Killmonger took over? Right? You know what I mean? Like, she is a soldier. Mm-hmm. Soldiers are loyal to who, like, you know what I mean? They may not agree, but that's how soldiers operate. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, sometimes you have to separate your feelings from your job. Mm-hmm. And like, it was just like, what was she supposed to do in that moment? Was she supposed to not be on Killmonger? And she didn't have to agree with Killmonger.
Right, yeah.
But she's a soldier.
Right.
That's what her job is.
And the Lords are
not in the Lord's army, but yes, in the Lord's army. She's a soldier in the Lord's army. So I just don't understand what it's one of those things where it's just like, like this is not like Nakia or Shuri or even like, you know what I mean? Or like, it's not one of them that's like betrayed. No, this is a soldier. This is her job. Her job is the throne, to protect the throne. No matter whoever's on the throne.
She said that. She said, no matter who's on that throne.
Yeah.
And so, was like, but I thought, T'Challa was your boy. Like
he was. And the thing is, I think it worked out where it's just like, oh, great. T'Challa's a great person that's on the throne. That's wonderful. That's fantastic. Love that. Like, you know what I mean? With body, but sometimes
you have to encourage yourself.
Okay. That's not what I was going to say, but sometimes like, especially as a soldier in the army of the Lord, especially as a soldier, she didn't, she had to do what she had to do. So I felt I think it's unfair to fully cast her aside because she decided to protect the throne, no matter who sat there. And it's rough. It's hard, but I don't know. I think it's a little unfair, but also I understand the queen because I think in that moment though, she wasn't a queen. She was a mother and a wife.
I lost my daughter.
Yeah. I don't think she was a queen in that moment because I think that's just a little different. But Angela Bassett did great. Winston Duke-Lacott.
I've always been a fan. Even his little smaller role in Black Panther. Just ever since I saw his little face. Hey, friend.
Yeah, Winston Duke.
It's not just him being handsome. He's a good actor.
No. He is handsome. He's handsome, but he's good. He's a good actor. I like the little big brother role he took on for Shuri. Shuri was like, I'm not hearing it.
Yeah, she was like, you want to talk to the person?
She was over it though.
The teenager who scoffs at tradition. Honestly, really? And he was like, yes. So,
like, honestly, I get why Shuri was over it.
I have a question for you. Shut your face.
I get why Shuri was over it though. Like, at that point, she just lost her mom. Like, mind you, she just buried her brother a year ago.
Literally yesterday.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So I get it. All right.
He was
Who's your standout? So you had time to think about it. MVP.
I'm gonna say, and it's not because I'm sweet, but because I was surprised and pleasantly surprised, I'm gonna say Letitia Wright. That's what I say, right? Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. My MVP of the movie is also Letitia Wright. Yeah. I know you're surprised.
She didn't want me to be swayed.
I wasn't swayed.
She didn't want me to be swayed.
I didn't want you to be swayed. I wanted you to answer how you wanted to answer. Yes, I think Letitia Wright was. I think Letitia Wright was perfect. I don't know. I think she carried the movie really well, and I definitely felt her grief through the movie, and I like that she finally grieved at the end, because that's the only way to let go. I know some people, a friend of mine thought that killing the queen was unnecessary. I actually think it was necessary. I don't think that she would have stepped forward into the role if the queen hadn't died. And the thing is, she didn't necessarily need to step forward, because I think someone else could have also been Black Panther. Like, you know what I mean? I think there's also a lot of people that could have been the next Black Panther, but I don't think that she would have felt the urgency to do something and protect her country if the queen hadn't died.
That makes sense.
So I think it was unexpected. Did not think that it was going to happen.
We were in a theater like, no, they're not doing that. She's gonna do a little CPR. She's gonna be good.
But then the girl,
I
knew the girl. That's the thing. I knew the girl was gonna live.
It was like, okay, next queen, let's go.
I wasn't surprised at that. Like, I knew the girl was gonna live because she got a whole TV show coming out. But they can't kill her off.
I mean, they killed Coulson and he had a whole show.
Huh?
They killed Agent Coulson and
he had a whole show, but this one they actually are coming out with the show. It came out
after he died.
I mean, I guess they could have. I guess what the thing is, I guess Ironheart could be set before she died, but also I think they already said that it's set after Black Panther. So it was just like, I don't know how they were going to do this.
I would have been like, just kidding.
But the thing is also, because Ironheart is a part of the next generation of superheroes, I knew they wasn't going to kill her. Right? I knew she was alive and well. They was going to figure that out. I didn't know how, but they was gonna figure it out. The Queen, though, that was a shock to my system.
Not Angela,
but apparently, I don't know. Apparently,
trying to save old girl. That's
And
why
I
what's
was-
her face. I gotta stick by y'all because she definitely saved me.
apparently, Angela said she was also kind of she was like, "Not you killing me off. People gonna be upset at you." To Ryan Coogler, but in Marvel, right? I think Ryan told her like, in Marvel, people come back all the time. So I don't know. He like, you know what I mean? She may be coming back. Maybe she'll magically appear
She's
somewhere.
gonna be perpetually in the place where all the dead people are.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, Michael B. Jordan randomly showed up. Wasn't expected to see him.
Honestly, I'm not
with his
gonna lie.
locks and all white.
So I'm not gonna lie. If y'all don't know, I'm not the biggest like Michael B. Jordan. Like, okay, it's one of those things where I see the attraction, I'm not attracted. Okay, it happens all the time, right? And I saw him though in Black Panther with the dress and the white. I said, it was the first time I ever felt something for him in my pants.
I literally was like, I didn't know who was about to be on the other side of that throne.
That was unexpected.
And I was like,
in my pants.
I was like, in this movie.
I felt it. I felt all the things.
Like,
he looked good.
He had his toes out.
He did look good. The white and the dress were like,
I'm dead.
I was like, he needs to do that more often.
He should. Just don't get a little, people get little extensions all the time.
It wasn't like all his normal stuff don't be working for me, but that was working for me. I said,
you did it. You've achieved the impossible. You got to for it.
I said, Michael. But then I see him in Creed 3 and I'm just like, okay, Michael. But then Black Panther.
And I walked
2,
outside and saw the Creed 3 poster and I said, Michael.
No. Black Panther 2, Michael. Creed 3, Michael. Black Panther 2, Michael.
Don't do my friend like that in
Creed 3, Michael. Jonathan Majors, though. Jonathan Majors.
Okay, let's get back. Does she need somebody get her a mop? Can you send her a mop care of Takora TC? Okay, moving on.
I heard you like Spike Girls.
Okay,
so moving along.
That was unexpected.
Okay, so anyway, so moving along, right?
Yeah,
so yes, standouts. Letitia Wright was fantastic. What would we change? Well, you kind of said it. You said that you would add a little more to Nemours story.
Yeah, to Nemours and the little baby T'Challa.
Little baby T'Challa.
I am.
He was adorable.
I
guess that was one thing I thought I was kind of annoyed by. I don't know. Prince T'Challa showing up, I thought it was a nice moment.
Right, but it was like.
But also at the same time, I felt like they could have. Did we have like the thing is this? I actually wouldn't have cared if like the sun, if the sun popped up, love, it was great. It was a good little moment. But if we didn't have to name him T'Challa.
Oh, the name, yeah. I was
we didn't have to do that. I don't think we have to do that.
I mean, I get the son of Prince of King.
I get it was the sentiment and being his name lives on, his legacy lives on.
It's like we had a T'Challa. Yeah, they could have named him anything else.
We didn't have to do that.
They could have named him
because they'll never have to show him again.
They could have named him after Michael B. Jordan. They wouldn't have. They could have named him T'Chaka though. They could have named him after his grandpa, and then they'd be like, "Oh, that's nice because we lost him like 3 movies ago, so it's not fresh."
Okay, I'm cracking up. All right, our rating. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Wrap it up, please.
This whole video.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't sing any transitions.
None.
Let's go back.
Okay.
Just kidding. All right.
What we liked.
No.
Catch it, Jesus. All right. Rating, right? So 1 to 100, Chloe. 1%.
I gotta give a full the percentile. I gotta do 1 to 10.
I mean 1 to 10. That's
I was like, I would give it a 73.6%. Like what?
Which is just a 7.3 out of 10.
7.6. So it's 7.36 or whatever I said.
7.3.
However, word numbers.
Okay. Your rating.
My rating. I think it was. I'm going to give this movie Remember that song?
Nope.
I forgot.
Something like that, right?
I never knew not one of those words. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna go with my gut and give it a 9 out of 10.
90%, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Okay.
I am going to get I am going to give it a 7.5 to 8. So 75 to 80%.
I'm cracking up. That's it. You could have given it a 7.7.
No.
You just let her make up the range?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I'll give it an 80%. I'll stay there. I'll give it an 80%.
80%.
Yeah, it was good. I want a little more. No, I'll give it a 75%.
So hard to please.
I did enjoy it. It's not a 10 out of 10 like these TikTok streets are saying. You know what? That's the beautiful thing about art, right? Art is so divisive. People have what they like and what they didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were like 10 out of 10. I watched that movie. I watched out like, nah. I had a friend who was just not, I don't know. I walked out of it not thinking, not like, oh, it wasn't a 10 out of 10. I was like, that definitely was not a 10 out of 10. Had a friend who did not like it at all. She thought it was lackluster. Which the thing is this, watching it a second time, I can see where people might think that. But I think it all depends on what you like. It is a very character-driven story. I think people can say the same thing about maybe like the Eternals. Because the Eternals is kind of slow too, because there wasn't a lot of action, because it was really heavily focused on the characters. And so I think if you are not I enjoyed Eternals though. So I think if you're not really into like character, like heavy driven stories, it might be something that you're just like, not really feeling like you want a little more action and stuff like that. But I also I'm trying to think, what did my other friend think? Oh, my other friend gave it a 7.5 out of 10 too. So yeah, I don't know. Probably like an 8, somewhere around there, 8 out of 10. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing, but it was all right. Yeah, it was solid.
Nice.
I think I did kind of enjoy it more than the first one.
I remember you saying that when you came out of the theater the first time.
Yeah, and so you gotta watch things the second time, because the second time for the first movie was when I truly discovered that movie wasn't that great. The first time was when I was high up on Wakanda. The second time I was just like, you know what, great Black movie, not that an okay. I'll say this, an okay Marvel movie. I kind of separated it out in the categories.
To separate it down into categories.
I did. I had to, because you look at it as a great Black movie. The black on black, blackly, black, all of that.
I love
blackity black.
So
blackity black.
I just keep staring at this purple. And
it's fantastic for Black people. It is. It's fantastic for Black people. Seen better Marvel ones though. But
I love it, but I can't watch it since I've not been able to watch it again.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah. But I have it. I just have it as a keepsake. And obviously have Disney Plus, but I just can't. Like, I'm gonna watch it. I was gonna watch it before I didn't. I can't see.
I'm not
finished the grieving process.
I don't really watch movies anyway, but yeah, I watch it if I do a Marvel rewatch, which I could do at some point in time. Who knows?
Might go through the timeline.
Yeah. I've done that before. I did it before I watched. I was like, oh, wait, Black Panther's next. And I watched it.
Nice.
But yeah. It's top maybe. How many Marvel movies are there? They're like
50, 100.
Like 30, possibly. Okay, we're gonna take out the TV shows. Like 26 maybe, or something like that. This one, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, is probably, I would put it in the top 15. That's not bad. The other one, the first one, I'll put in the top 20. Yeah.
Out of 20? How many say there was? I forgot
It's
already.
like 26.
26. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. They're not at the bottom. Nah.
It's better than Thor Dark World.
It is. And
everything
it's better
than just kidding.
And
You know, it's low
Cap-
key. It's not a terrible movie.
And
Everybody hates it.
No, the thing is this, it's not a terrible movie. It's just bottom of Marvel. That's it. But it's bottom of something doesn't mean that it's like terrible. It just means it's not as good as the other things that are above it. Mm-hmm. Same with Captain Marvel. Also at the bottom.
People don't like that one either.
That one was that one was cool. But yeah, it was a time.
It was a time. We had a time.
We had a time last night. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It's just also at the bottom of the movie chain of all of the Marvel movies. But yes, let us know,
yes, friends,
your thoughts and your rating. What would you rate it out of 10?
Yes,
we want to hear your thoughts. Who is your MVP of the movie? Who did the best job acting wise and stuff like that? And just what are your thoughts?
Surprised you? What do you think? Like, what they did that? Were you shocked when Queen Ramonda died?
Ooh, that was a shock. We
both. And they're like,
I think I turned to her. I was just like, nah.
Yeah, she did. She's like, nah, she's fine.
They're not going to kill her. They're not going to kill her. They already killed off one.
Right.
And then when Shuri got stabbed at the end, we definitely was like, nah.
We were like, they're not about to kill her.
They're not doing that. They're not doing
too
that.
Much death. I was like,
they're not doing that. They're not doing that. But they did. The thing is, I was slightly scared because I was just like, wait. How can they kill off Shuri if she's like Black Panther now? And I was just really highly confused, and it took me off guard. I was just like, oh, all right. And then she lived. I was like, all right, bet. I was about to write a letter to Ryan.
A harshly written letter.
I was. Y'all seen White Chicks? I'm going to write a letter. And he wrote that letter. Yeah, I was about to turn into a Karen.
I'm correct.
Because I was like,
how dare you?
Because I was just like, I was confused. Because I was just like, they're not doing that. They're not going to do that. He's not going to do that.
He's not. Really.
He's not. You already killed off one.
Right. We ain't got time.
Yeah, you need to do the other.
Get it together.
The whole family just
everybody just like the end. Black Panther will not return. Like, you know, at the end, be like, so what do we have to look forward to? What you mean? So don't ever call him. Not be here. Don't ever call anybody from Wakanda because they can't help you. Like what? Okay.
But yes, please let us know. Sorry, I was dropping my word about it. Please just let us know your thoughts and everything. We would love to hear it. And we love you guys.
Yes, we would.
Thanks for 1,000 subscribers. You know, we're excited for season 4 coming up next year. Next summer, y'all. We taking, not that much of a break.
We're taking a mental health
break. But also, I was like, kind of.
Takora's forcing me to have a mental health break. But isn't my cup really cute?
I did. I was forcing her to have a mental health break. But also at the same time, the funny thing is, there's other stuff we're doing.
We are part of a group of girls that have a podcast, and we got a lot going on. So.
We do. And that podcast is also season 2 streaming next year.
Yeah.
So we gotta record that and also record season 4 of us. But season 4 is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun stuff. Oh, so excited.
So excited, everyone. We love you guys.
Oh, are we done here?
I guess so.
Okay, bye, friends. Wave to the people again. You gotta wave as it's going off. Keep going.